Right, hello people. Welcome to another video. We are here at Daytona Tammworth. And this is a new series actually. This is a brand new series. It's the Elite Karting Championship. So I really don't know what to expect today. I have been to Daytona Tammworth a couple of times. Just having a look at some of the drivers here. Hang on. I have been to Tamworth a couple of times. Did all right. I think I can finish second both times. Just an arrive and drive event. So interesting to see how we're going to do today. I understand that there's loads of locals signed into this event, and quite a lot of them are lightweights. I'm not sure how many heavyweights there are actually. I mean, there's a couple, but mostly very fast, very experienced lightweight drivers. So we'll see how we get on. If you're wondering why I'm a heavyweight. There it is.
Hi Mango, you alright?
Right, hello people. We are starting our first heat. This is Group 1. Two drivers go side by side into the right-hander at the start of the lap, through the S's and into this terrifying right-hand corner here. Just to give you a view, this is the first Elite Karting Championship round ever. So yeah, congratulations to Luke and Terry Battersby for sorting this out. Now, before this heat, we had a few minutes warm up, and that was where we were going to set our best time. And you can see we're starting quite a long way down the order. Now, I said to you in the car a few minutes ago that most of the people here are going to be lightweights, and that's true, but actually more heavyweights came out of the woodwork towards the end. In fact, over the course of the day, there are 8 heavyweights. And I have to say, ladies and gents, I was really slow today. I was really disappointed with my pace. In actual fact, I was about 1.5 seconds slower today than the last time I came here, and I can't work out why. I think I've just had a very bad exit out of that last corner there. I think there's definitely some time to be made there. But I tell you what, first things first, before I say anything else, if anyone can help me as I get overtaken here, this is a lightweight driver by the way, but yeah, if anyone can help me work out how I've been so slow today, I'd really appreciate it. Please drop a comment into the comments section. I'll almost get overtaken again, yeah, really struggling today, and I don't quite know why. I'm trying to look back. It looks like my lines are sort of more or less okay. I really did struggle to get a decent feel from any of the karts. Now I have to say this kart, it was pretty clear that it wasn't. It had pretty good top end actually. As we just get blocked off in the exit there, it had pretty good top end this kart, but out of the corners it was not good. But I was in 3 different karts throughout the day, and I was slow in all 3 of them, albeit not quite as slow as this one. This kart actually got pulled off. I saw it being tinkered with after a couple of races, so I don't feel quite so bad about my appalling pace in this race. In actual fact, the guys 2 ahead of us, the guy in the Scottish helmet and the guy in the white helmet, they're battling. They're quite a lot faster than me. The guy in the Scottish helmet is a heavyweight, and you can see he's obviously just driven away from me. As the guy who overtook us just gets it wrong, runs out of road, unfortunately, and takes a trip off into the grass. So we get a bit of good fortune there. But these 2 guys up ahead, one of them's a heavyweight. He just drives away from me. In our second heat, we're actually able to give him a much better race. I'm just going to skip it forward because, as you can see here, it's been a bit of a lonely race. Not really having the pace. There's a few people behind me that I was able to drive away from, but with these 2 guys up ahead, I'm not able to get back to. But poor old Philip Abula, I'm not sure what happened to him. He's been off on the grass there a little bit, and yeah, not quite sure whether he's going to turn in or not, so I don't send it up the inside. Philip's a lightweight as well, so not really in the same race as we are. We're a heavyweight, obviously. as is demonstrated by the pizza consumption this morning. Probably not the best preparation, if I'm honest. Yeah, not sure what happened to Philip there. I'm not sure if he got helped off onto the grass, or if it was a racing incident, or if he lost it on his own. Yeah, obviously a disappointing race for Philip there, and we're going to. This is going to be, I think, the last lap. So yeah, just a little bit about the Elite Karting Championships, first ever round. So many congratulations to Luke, the founder, for setting it up. Not an easy thing to do. But I thought it went really, really well. And next round's at Sandown. As we start our second heat, definitely going to sign up for the Sandown heat because I've done such a terrible job. Guy in the blue suit gets very wide and just touches the guy in the Scottish helmet there. He's on our left. We're not going to run him out of road. That corner is pretty intimidating, actually. It always looks slower on the camera, but there's very little runoff there, and you're definitely, perhaps not at the start, but you're definitely normally hitting about 60 miles an hour on the approach to that corner. Don't want to see anyone in the barrier there. Guy in the blue suit goes up the inside. The guy in the Scottish helmet, he's very good actually at taking lots of speed into the corner as we just touch the back of him, and then cutting back for a good exit. I have to say we're in a different kart this time, and this kart felt much better, much better. Like I was saying earlier, I found it really difficult to sort of get any of the karts today on rails. And you see there's an awful lot more steering input than I normally like to do. Normally I like to try and keep the steering held as smooth as possible, and do a lot of my. I missed the apex there. Not doing myself on my lap time any good there. Normally I like to do my will be as smooth as I possibly can be, and I'm trying to do that again now. I felt almost like the karts today had a little bit too much grip in a way, and I don't know if anyone watching this has ever experienced that before, but sometimes what can happen is the kart grips and it grips so much that the tyre almost kind of folds over on itself, and then it ends up breaking grip, and you end up getting this hopping sort of sensation. It makes it very, very difficult to be smooth. I found it very difficult anyway. We're putting this guy under a bit of pressure. In actual fact, he just touches the barrier there. So we're right on him now, and as we go around this right-hander, he clatters the curb, and that throws him a little bit wide, and we get the better run now. And remember, this guy just drove away from us in the first heat, so I'm feeling much more confident now. This guy, that was an important move to make because he was a heavyweight. We're second in the heavyweight class now. Right up front, doing an amazing job is Matt Bolton. Matt was the chap who you saw giving us a little wave at the start of the day, and Matt is a very, very quick driver. I've raced him many times at Sandown. You would have seen him in some of my footage. We've had some great battles. Matt's a lightweight, but he is weighed up to being a heavyweight because there weren't very many heavyweights, so he weighed up, and I was hoping that we would have a really good race, but I was miles slower than him. So I'm very sorry I wasn't able to give him a race. I get it wrong down here, and I give the guy behind. I was able to keep him behind me for a few laps, actually. We haven't got that much longer to go now. But unfortunately, that mistake there has let him back through again. So disappointing stuff. Silly mistake for me there, just getting it wrong on the braking. I'm not sure. There's a few things I can see that I'm doing wrong here. So around this corner here, constantly clattering that curb, you can see that's cost us a kart length. So I won't be doing that again if I go back to Daytona Tammworth anytime soon. Clatter that curb as well. So, but ultimately, I'm really struggling to explain why I was so slow today. Embarrassed, shameful display. I'm being a bit melodramatic here, aren't we? But yeah, a bit disappointing. And I have to be honest, it's not the first time this has happened, but I'm going through a little bit of a drop in form at the moment with my karting. I did a Wilton Mill 300 with a couple of guys, Scott and Nathan, and I wasn't particularly quick there. the first round of the Club 100 season, actually pace-wise was okay, but I wasn't used to driving at the front, and my racecraft definitely needed a little bit of adjustment there in the sprints. It was obviously a different ball game. Previously, in my previous season, I was starting at the back, and I was very good at, if I do say so myself, making my way through the pack, and particularly at the start, doing quite a good job of starting very well. Starting at the front and having to fight off fast drivers from behind, that is obviously an area that needs some improvement. So like I said, if anyone can help me, please do. That was the end of the heat, and this is some footage from the Elite Karting Championship. They have a drone, and I'm not in this heat actually. This is I'm just stood by the side, and this is the start of Group 2's second heat, and this drone footage is really, really lovely. This is my view of it. Off they go. Lovely battling in this heat. Back to the drone footage. Really, really excellent stuff. Really, really, really nice. So back now to my final heat, and this is the feature race. So this race is a little bit longer than the previous races, and the grids are mixed up again, and we just get it wrong. We just touch the inside of the guy on our outside, and not everyone goes past. There's still about 2 or 3 people behind me, but we lose a whole load of places there. So disappointing stuff. Work to do. We do make up a little bit of time. We got the run on this guy on the exit, but we're not quite far enough alongside to do anything. Not far enough alongside, although we do get a good minimum apex speed there. But he's on our left-hand side. The track's going to go left, and much less grip out there, so we lose out on that round. Important to try and make the move as quickly as possible, because the pack is moving away. Try and hook the kart around that curb. You can do that, although it's a bit of a bumpy ride, I have to say. And into this corner, I really struggled with this corner, particularly on the exit. That exit's not too bad. But particularly earlier in the day, I suspect there's a couple of points in this track where I was losing all of the time. That would have been one of them. I think there's perhaps a little bit more time to be gained around this right-hander. This one was okay. I think we've got the run on the entrance. Oh yeah, not quite close enough. Or not quite far enough alongside, have to back out, but we're going to go up the inside here, and sweep wide on the exit. Important to use that curve on the exit actually, because the engine revs will increase much more quickly if you drive out onto that curve, I found anyway. Getting it wrong into this corner, and we're away. But you can see by being behind for a lap or lap and a half, we certainly have given ourselves quite a lot of work to do. And unfortunately, again, although the pace did get much better with every heat, I think I ended the day sort of well over a second faster. I can't remember what it was actually. Well over a second faster than in my first heat anyway. I still wasn't quick. So some work to do for me really. I thought this season might be a little bit tricky. Again, you can see I've ruined my exit there by getting a slide on mid-corner. Yeah, I'm not sure whether Daytona Tammworth is a place where you should get absolutely no slide at all, or whether you need to hustle it a little bit. And I wasn't quite sure. And also, it's quite a wide track, you can see here, and there are plenty of different lines to go through. So, obviously what I was doing was not working in a big way. Like I say, that's why we film the footage, and that's why we analyse it, and that's why I enjoy talking over these videos actually. work to do this season. I think this season is going to be a difficult season of karting. To be honest, last season was by far and away my most successful year ever. 3 Daytona Championships and a successful start to Club 100. Just doing half the season, but ending up finishing 5th in the championship in the C3 class. So yeah, it was really, really good, and I was quite accustomed to getting some good results. But this year, obviously doing some new championships, doing Club 100 again, but in the C2 class. So yeah, that's going to be people who have far more experience, possibly have been to some of the circuits on a more regular basis, although not everyone. There's a group of us Mango mates who are relatively similarly experienced with regard to the various tracks that we've been visiting. And this one here as well. Now, I'd really hope that in the Elite Karting Series I can get some better results, particularly at Sandown Park. No excuse for me not to be performing there. I know that place very well. But Milton Keynes as well. I have done a championship at Milton Keynes before. Great track. So again, hoping that I can do well there. But it's definitely going to be a year of learning, I think. But there is this old motorcycling saying, happiness isn't just around the corner, happiness is the corner. So by that I mean the joy of it should be the learning. This was the podium overall. That's Matt Bolton in the middle winning the heavyweights, and that's me down in 6th place. So disappointing start to the season, but I'm hoping it can only get better. If you're interested in working with Mango Motorsport, please let me know. Thank you ever so much for watching. There'll be another video out soon. Sorry for the radio silence, but a couple more videos coming out. Thanks very much.